Today we are talking the MUT beta. The beta, it's in MUT now. I know not everyone has codes. I know I say this every time we talk about the beta. I'm sorry you guys don't all have codes. It's not up to me. I'm not in charge of it. I don't have any codes to give out. I wish I did. I wish I had a billion codes to give you all one, or it just should be open, whatever. But we're going to talk about a few things that are changing within MUT. We've talked about gameplay a little bit. MUT is now in there. Sword, it's like it exists. It's a thing in the beta. And now I can't show it to you. You could find it if you wanted to, but I can't show it to you because there's like terms of service or something. So it's obviously going to look a little different, all that sort of stuff. The biggest thing for me, and this is huge for me, as someone who, quality of life, that's the biggest changes within MUT over the years, is quality of life. What makes MUT better? If you go back to old MUTs, they are slow and doing things is just really tough, and I wasn't really sure if there's any other way that they could really improve on it, but they have, and we're gonna try to explain it. So you see here we have binder, sets, auction houses, all this sort of section that we have right here. Now when you enter these places, you can kind of just tab around all of them, right? It's very cool. The same sort of filter system is on all of them, and yes, there's filtering for sets as well, and all that sort of stuff exists in here. One of the big things we saw, which to me is I don't know why it didn't exist, when you click on quality for your binder, you get silver, gold, elite. Now you can have overalls in there again, which I like. So it would be like RB, LB. You would tab auction house. You could tab to sets in here. And again, a lot of it is driven by this filter system. So if you wanted to go see, and you were on like the sets tab, and you were like, let me go see all of the legend sets, you'd go to like program legends, and it would pull up all the legend sets there for you right away. And then you could just sort of tab back over and see what else is there, right? What makes that very useful, very intuitive, is not having to go back out, go here, scroll over. Oh, let me find something here. Go. It saves a lot of time, and throughout the entire year, it's going to save you hours and hours of just time. So you can actually go see your family or your friends, or maybe you can just watch another show, whatever it is. It's going to save you a lot of time. Very good. Now within there they have, like, I don't know if it's going to be a real promo or a fake promo. It looks like superstars, but it's not called superstars. I don't know if it's how it's going to translate across the game, but it's at least in there to show us how things work. It's sets and stuff that we could see in there. Again, there were cards in there. There's like a Joe Mixon, Legarius Sneed. Oh, okay, cool. They have Divine Diablo, who is not a safety anymore, so hopefully you got all that safetiness out by using him, because he was actually a linebacker this year. EA just kept him there, but he may come back for out of position promos or something you would expect. So that was like the big thing that I really noticed there, which I was like, yes, I love this. And again, I wish I could show it to you. I can't. When you see it, you'll be like, yes, no, this is great. I like this. Definite good change. Another thing that they talked about here, on like one of the blogs, maybe it was a GameSpot blog or something, or Game Informer, one of those sites, Game something, talked about MUT going to battle passes, which is a little different than what we have now. If you love fantasy football, then you will love the best ball drafts over on Underdog Fantasy. Now, the difference between best ball and regular fantasy is you draft your team once and the lineup gets set the entire year for you. That means there's no worrying about putting players in place, and the highest score each week for that position will be taken into account. You still have time to enter into the Best Ball Mania 3 draft, where there's over $10 million in prizes. I will also be holding a bunch of private drafts with you guys to compete all year long. So sign up now using my code TheActualCC, and you will get your initial deposit matched up to $100. So good luck, good drafting, and let's be great. So the difference with the Battle Pass, or what it seems to be, look like it may be called Field Pass. Maybe that's what it is. It's just different ways to go about stuff, gaining XP and other things along the way. Obviously going to be a different structure, but the same concept of levels is the way it seems to be. And within that, it also appeared that maybe when you're doing solos, instead of getting rewards along those paths, you're building up well, I'm gonna call it program XP. Program XP, right? So again, think let's use Most Feared as an example. It's like a bigger promo, right? So instead of having to play the solos to get the nat cards or whatever it is, maybe it's just XP based going forward, and you can actually get XP for Most Feared by doing things other than solos to earn stuff. So they're not forcing you to play offline, because they already provide everything for the offline players, it feels like, for the most part, right? They get all this other stuff. Even Mutt Master used to have to play online. They're like, no, giving people more different avenues is a better way to do it. Again, this is more me hypothesizing about how it looks. There's not all the details. We obviously don't know everything, but if that is the case, it is a W. I much prefer playing online, head-to-head games, weekend league, whatever it may be, as opposed to then taking 2.5 hours to go through a solo string to get something. I don't like doing that, right? Again, how is that all going to work? I don't know. How is the battle pass, field pass, level up system going to work? We don't know. We'll probably get that information. I hate saying this in August. Sucks to say that, but that is the truth. Now, a couple things that people who have been playing the beta have brought up. Let's address those. The AP for cards in the beta. Is it real? No, I don't know. I don't know. Probably changes. Some of it changes, some of it doesn't, right? What about the overall of the cards in the beta? That was probably not real either, okay? It's probably not real. They don't really like to give you real data and information within the beta, and which is totally fine, right? They shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to. Again, it's about checking out what's really in there with Mutt. What I wish they would have done is given us like a list of information so we could like go through and critique it, knowing what EA's trying to do, and then tell them like there's a problem here or there. But would you just kind of get thrown in? Imagine just going into a house and be like, you find out what's wrong, as opposed to the previous owners telling you, be like, you know what, the air conditioning, it doesn't really work, right? It's a little bit easier when you get a guide going through there. Couple other little things. There's no packs or anything in store, so again, not too worried about that stuff. Most of Mutt is indeed probably going to be very similar. Halftime adjustments are coming back. Are they broken? Who knows? Maybe it still might be broken. We just haven't found it yet. Oh, find out. I hope it exists. That'd be great. New abilities that we have seen within Mutt, and you could see them within regs, but I haven't talked about abilities yet. There is a goal line back ability now. Better blocking inside the 5. Again, maybe it's popular, maybe it's not. Noticed new sort of X factors. Obviously, the escape artist goes to an X factor. There's one called dots, which is perfect passing. Again, kind of cool. Okay, fine, whatever. They have high Deadeye and low Deadeye now, but yet that sounds really weird because they legitimately said that they removed low pass as like a function within the buttons. You can still low pass, but it's not like an input. I don't know, whatever. So those are the big things on offense that we saw there. Big impact, little impact, I don't know. A lot of the cards that are in the beta don't have access to all the abilities. Last year we did have like every possible ability and all that, so it was kind of cool to test. This year they dropped the ball on that. Let's just be honest, they dropped the ball. Defensively, the one I liked, and this is, again, it's more of just a habit from how I play the game, with hit sticks. A lot of people, I don't know if you noticed, but if you hit stick up or down, it's different, right? If you hit stick up, you can cause fumbles and all that. If you hit stick down, it's more of a guaranteed tackle. I just have it in my thumbs, I guess. I hit stick down all the time. And so there's an ability now where that could cause fumbles, kind of like high enforcer and low enforcer. Again, EA likes to break stuff up. You'll see what I mean here in a second. And the other thing that they did, again, when they don't know what to do, they just break things up. That is classic EA. So in the past, we have had an ability. Where are you, friend? called One Step Ahead. One Step Ahead does still exist, but it's like the top tier of stuff now, right? They have a inside shade and outside shade version of One Step Ahead. So they've broken it up. Again, that's what they do. So at a lower tier, you would have inside One Step Ahead and outside One Step Ahead. And then as you gather up and get a high overall, you can actually just get full One Step Ahead. Think Edge Threat Elite, right? It's Edge Threat and Under Pressure. It's just broken up into two different things. What they do. They also did the same thing for kicking. I forget what the kicking ones are called, but there are now more kicking abilities based on distance. Why? Like, okay. So you can tell, with all that being said, you can tell that they feel like they ran out of ideas on what to do for new abilities, because they always want to have something new that they can promote and be like, look at this new ability, right? But if they don't have anything, they can't say that and get the movie voiceover guy to come in and do it. So they have to do something along those ways. It is what it is, right? But the main change that we saw is indeed the menu system working better. The XP system, Field Pass, Battle Pass, Level Pass, Program XP. We have to really wait and see, right? I can speculate, but we don't really know how it's going to work. They'll give us that information later on. Otherwise, it's Mutt. It looks different. Fine. I'm excited to actually play the game with Mutt. We're 2 months away. Just legitimately, I think we're actually 2 months away exactly. So get your vacations in now, because that's the way it's gonna be. If you guys want to know anything else, please put it down in the comment section. And if you are interested in me being a toxic Madden player, video in the top right is what you're looking for. MLB The Show, bottom right. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.